You don't have to worry about your phone dying right in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's also. Let's see if we're live. That's my favorite. Hey, there we are. Hey, but we can hear you good. So
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, cool.
I mean, my voice is as smooth as molasses, but water. But that's okay.
That is okay.
Welcome back to New World Wrestling, where we talk about wrestling stuff. We've been kind of absent a little bit because you can go ahead and blame Gump's videos for coming down, and I show them around the great state of Texas. It was a great time. It was a fun time. But here we are back again, and Andy makes some noise.
Well, I'm gonna do more than make some noise. I'm gonna this thing right over my shoulder. The side plates have already kind of fallen off a little bit. That's okay. It still looks good. It's still pure gold, 1,000% gold, 24 carats. All that stuff. So I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good. It feels right. Everything feels right. Everything. I'm gonna be Thanos for a second. Everything is balanced, and I like it.
It doesn't feel super balanced. I'm going to be honest. I feel like there's a great injustice done to this world, but I'm going to hopefully correct it. Not in Saudi Arabia, because we're not trying to give extra, advertisements for that.
Right.
Because everybody watches New World or listens to New World Wrestling. That's
exactly.
Just the truth.
It's just the truth.
All right, we got a big old following, and we're not trying to promote that show because I frankly don't believe it.
No. I'm probably not even. I'm probably not even going to watch.
Huh?
I'm probably not even going to watch.
I probably will watch because I'm a terrible person.
Oh, well, I might watch a little bit, but if it's anything like it was like the last few years, then it's basically just a house show. So
yeah, definitely.
So,
but I'm still going to be like, who's going to win?
Yeah.
But who's going to win? Goldberg versus Undertaker.
The fans are going to win.
Yeah.
Two old men bumping all over the place.
These guys in that matchup that's 20 years too late. Here it comes right into your face. And they're going to love it. And I'm one of those. I'm going to be like, hell yeah, let's get it. We got 2 people watching maybe. Ty says, you're a new world champ. Adam Cole won. Adam Cole did win.
He did win.
So we ended up not doing predictions, but because we're skipping wrestling to attend wrestling shows.
Exactly. I kind of wish I didn't skip the wrestling show to go to the wrestling show I went to. A little rough.
I'm the one. My voice was shot. Gabby's voice was even more shot. I had never seen her get so excited, dude. Like when Braun Strowman or Seth Rollins, who else was it? People started taking their shirts off. She's like, "Oh yeah,
man.
Like, this is what I came for." Dude, she's having a great time. Oh, what was I gonna say? There was something else. I don't remember what. Oh, I was gonna say she popped real hard. Like this is totally not related, but she popped real hard when she saw the new Hobbs and Shaw trailer and saw the Roman Reigns was in it.
Oh yeah.
I'd not seen it yet, but we saw it. It was in the theater right before we saw Godzilla, and I was just like, I heard it that he was gonna be in it, but I hadn't actually watched it. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Huh.
Yeah,
I'm not a big Fast and Furious guy, so not real thrilled about it. But
you're the only wrestling fan that's not also a big Fast and Furious fan.
Yeah, I'm all right with that though. Like I was a fan up until I saw the cars flying out of the plane, and I was like, "Yep, you know what? I'm
a mega fan.
I'm good."
It turns out it's the best thing you ever did. I enjoy them. They're big, stupid fun, and I love them. By the way, who wins a fight, a rooster or penguin? What do you think? Rooster.
I'm gonna go penguin. I'm gonna go penguin.
I'm gonna go. It depends which arena we're talking.
Yeah, if it's like in the penguin's environment, I'm gonna go penguin because the rooster's just gonna die of cold weather. Like whatever.
Yeah, there's that. But also, like, have you seen a rooster go crazy?
Yeah.
So
but I'm sure. Have you ever seen Happy Feet?
Cold, I think the rooster takes us.
But have you seen Happy Feet? He can dance around them. He's quick as a butterfly. Dance around them.
I thought it was a fight. I didn't know it was a dance-off. I didn't know he was about to get served. Yes, the Penguin would serve the Rooster. I think that's up for debate. But I don't think that's what. Me and my friend were going crazy at Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. That was an amazing match.
It was.
And we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
We're going to talk about stuff that we learned. And all I can think about is the Talk is Jericho podcast. I didn't get to finish it yet. But I'm just like, why wouldn't you leave? Why would you stay?
Yeah. If it's as bad as an environment as he said it was, then I'm surprised he didn't leave a long time ago.
Exactly. And I love, he's a stand-up guy. He's like, I was contracted for this amount of time. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to walk out. Like, I'll do all my royalty checks. So I'm not going to get in any kind of legal trouble.
And I love how nice they were to him on the way. Like, I know he lost a lot on his way out, but they still gave him his own special sort of. Like, it was for the Shield, but it was for him as well. And I love that. Like, a couple months later, he was like, "Yep, nope, going to your competitor. Like, going to your biggest competitor." I love it.
But I like how he said is like, me leaving has nothing to do with AEW. Like, I was leaving no matter what. I was going to start my own wrestling company. There's no other wrestling company to go with. So I like that too. And so we'll talk about AEW. We'll talk about AEW first, and then we'll talk about Takeover. Does that sound good?
Yep, that works for me.
Okay. So I think, or Takeover, we missed the Casino Battle Royal because I was like, oh, it starts at 7. I didn't know that was like the pre-show.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing pre-shows. I thought that was a WWE thing. Yeah. And I rewatched it recently, and it was. I think it was the highlights that they showed, like during the actual show.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of guys that maybe need some fine tuning to be on TV.
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone who's never wrestled in his life outside of me beating up my little brother or Indian or me just giving Justin the boom drop, other stuff like that. Like outside of that, I've never wrestled before, but there was some cool stuff, some cool spots. But then I'm just like the people I was excited for, like Tommy Dreamer and Billy Gunn. I was like, how old are those guys?
Yeah, Tommy, because Tommy was at the show I was at Friday night, and he's still doing crazy stuff. He's actually. It was part of his promotion that was there because he does that House of Hardcore. That's his promotion. So that was part of it that was there. And so he did a street fight. But he looks a little rough when he was walking through. He looks like I will say this, when he was walking towards the ring, he looked super sore and super stiff. He had been he looked like he was hurting a little bit.
I believe it. He was definitely hurting. I mean, just because it's not just like those licks that he took that night. It's decades of licks.
It's all those chair shots to the head and barbed wire fences and everything else he took.
Just like how many stuff did Sabu jump off onto him or some stuff like that. EC, we got some EC Dub chants.
Oh yeah. As soon as he walked in, we busted out with some EC Dub chants.
Yeah, of course you got to. Bro, dance off. Me and you. AEW is the future. Wait, have you talked about AEW yet? We're doing it right now. That last match was so fun. It definitely was. Because Gump was the reason we missed the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Because we had to go pick them up.
You should have just left Gump there and watched that match and then go pick it up. It was awesome.
I haven't got to finish it yet.
Really?
Yeah. It looked really cool.
It was the best match of the night for me.
Okay, well, all right. Well, hold on 1 second. I'm going to watch it.
We'll just do a live stream watching it real quick.
Yeah,
we'll get your live reactions.
There we go. All right, then next week you're watching Harry Potter. Just kidding. So Gump said, "Wow, dude." I'm just kidding,
kind of.
But so the Battle Royal, I just felt like it kind of showed where AEW might be lacking. We're giving them all the praise in the world, which I think they do deserve because it was a great show. Because it's pay-per-views. If you leave feeling good, then it was a good show. The main event was awesome, and there was a shock at the end. Even you went home happy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was cool to see Ty Dillinger. He looks like a badass.
He looks cool? He looks cool now.
When they don't give him a funky collar, who would have thought that 10 was cool? And his his contacts are cool. Unlike, like he pulled that off where Bobby Lashley did not.
And he's got like new tattoos or like a tattoo sleeve now or something. It looked pretty cool too.
And I also think he's really cool because his girlfriend's Peyton Royce.
Yeah,
she's winning.
She is. I mean, well, she's not winning in wrestling, but she's winning in life.
Excuse me, she's a champion.
Yeah, but they haven't won since they won those belts.
Excuse me, she's iconic. It's pretty good. Like this webcam, you can see everything.
Yeah. you got more motion. You can.
Yeah, I can do more stuff.
Exactly. Stuff. Like your Teddy Long dance.
And then I was just like, all right, well, that's uncalled for. I don't think you need to tell everybody about how good a move I have.
You have great moves.
I'm going to tell you, next video coming out for New World Nerds. Oh no, it's not my moves, but there's a song involved, but it's not my moves.
Oh. It's
about Sonic. Anyways.
Gotcha.
This shameless plug. So what were we talking about? But I was like, there's no one else who can win this besides Hangman Page.
Yeah. Once he came out, I knew it was either going to be him or I thought MJF might have won. I'm a big fan. Like MJF is probably the best heel in wrestling.
He made a fan out of me.
Do what?
That was the first time I ever saw him, and he made a fan out of me.
He's such a good heel. Like he's so good at being a bad guy. It's so much fun. I like Jimmy Havoc too, just because he's crazy. Because he's like stapling people in the nuts and everything else. it was just it's rough. And then
Luchasaurus, that guy's awesome.
Yeah. So like I think Hangman Page was definitely the right choice because I think they're going to push him. A lot of people may not be a big fan of Hangman, but I think he's pretty good. Like I enjoy him. I enjoy watching him. I think he's really good too. So I thought it was okay, but it was the match afterwards. I thought was really, really good. It was a really good pre-show.
Yeah, overall it was good. I liked that heel dude. I thought he was great. And I watched Being the Elite.
Yeah.
His YouTube channel is so funny because one of the guys from SoCal Uncensored or whatever, he was drinking an In-N-Out burger cup, and then MJF had a Whataburger cup. I was just like, he's my baby right there. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, he's a great heel, and they let him be a heel. Like he can drop F-bombs and stuff like that, but he could also talk smack to Bret Hart.
Yeah,
and, baby, that was
a little risky, but I liked it. I thought it worked.
Yeah, but he was playing his part.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, like you saying. So I heard that it was supposed to be Pac versus Omega, like that was the original thing, and then Pac pulled out, obviously, so they just flipped it. I guess maybe I think maybe they feel the same way that he'll eventually find himself in AEW. I think maybe there's some things he wanted to do, like, hey, I need to finish up. I'm going to, reign for 6 more months here at Dragon Gate. I'm not giving this up. And I don't want to lose while I'm doing it. I want to give somebody else that rub. I could definitely see him saying that. And then them pushing Kenny Omega versus Pac, at their, like, maybe their first or second pay-per-view on TV. Or maybe having him debut on TV. I think that'd be really awesome.
Yeah. I think they got to kind of be careful how they handle Pac because that's kind of what like murdered WCW was stuff like this. And so like I think you have to be very careful how they handle it. But I'm super excited because obviously Omega and Pac would have been great, but I'm super excited for Page and Jericho. I think that's going to be awesome. Plus, especially where Omega's going after this, especially who he's going to feud with, probably going into All Out. I think it worked really, really, really well for them.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think they're like main card people, like the top card. I think they're like they rival WWE. They're that good.
And I think it's only going to get better from here on out. I think more people are going to start coming over.
Who else? For free agent wise, or anybody in some other promotion would you like to see?
I fully think because Moxley showed up in his hometown in Las Vegas. The next big show is All Out in Chicago. And I think Punk's showing up. I really think Punk's showing up.
I don't know about that.
I think we're either going to get Punk, Okada, or Marty next pay-per-view.
All right. I'm taking your word for it. But aren't they doing Fight for the Fallen in Jacksonville?
Yeah, but I don't think that's a pay-per-view. Or is it?
Not?
It might be. I don't know. It might be. If it is, then if it is there, then I don't think the Omega and Moxley and then the Hangman Page and Jericho match is not until All Out. I think that's their first big thing, because I think that's the first big pay-per-view before they get TV. So that'll be where they probably set all their champions, things like that, going into TV. So I think that's where you'll see a lot of big names show up there.
And there was a lot of cool spots tonight, Casino Battle Royal. It was interesting, them doing like the suits, and it was just different. And that's all really. And speaking of different, there was one, or I don't want to skip ahead, so I'm not going to actually. I'm just going to say this one thing. During the Cody Rhodes and the Dustin Rhodes match, there was one part where they like panned around while they were on the turnbuckle.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's cool. Just a different shot we don't normally see live. That's all we want. We want just different stuff.
Yeah,
make it fresh, and it felt fresh.
It felt, after watching Double or Nothing, while it wasn't a perfect show, it still made everything feel fresh. Like everything felt so. I was excited for wrestling again, and I haven't been excited in a long time about pro wrestling, and like this made me super excited for pro wrestling again. Then this past weekend also made me super excited for wrestling again. So. I think they're heading into the right direction. I think they played their cards perfectly with Double or Nothing.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. But okay, so I want to ask you this though: what did you think of Orange Cassidy?
It was fun.
He's the one that put the sunglasses on and was like kicking Tommy Dreamer. That was awesome. That's awesome.
And I love how everybody just goes with it. Everyone's just like, oh my God, he's destroying it.
Yeah. I love that, like, Tommy Dreamer was like selling like a little bit like, okay, like, yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah, I loved it so much.
Oh yeah.
And then so let's go into the next match. What was that first match on the card? I'm trying to think. It was a good match.
The one after the Battle Royal?
Yeah.
It was Sammy Guevara and Sabin. I forget his first name.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. Kid Sabin, I think that is his name. Yeah.
It was really cool, and we were watching it with like a non-wrestling fan, our friend Dennis, and he was just like, "Whoa, these guys are crazy!" They're like, because they were doing some of the flips and stuff, and I'm like, "Boy, you don't know the half of it. Like, it's about to get crazy." And he really did. He really did enjoy it. I mean, so did Gump. He got to catch the Kenny Omega Jericho match. He was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
I felt like that was the feeling all around.
Yeah.
So let's just get right into the show. You got SoCal Uncensored versus who was it again?
Their names were Strong Hearts.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, those boys could wrestle. Those three guys from the Oriental Wrestling, they were really good.
And I like their little open, their cold open too.
Yeah.
With them just throwing the shorts at each other, and not just that, but like the whole Young Bucks, like, here's our credentials, super kick.
I really loved when they all came out and they were like, I forget who it was, but they're like, we just set the record for the MGM Grand of 20,000 people. And Cody Rhodes is like, it only sits 14,000. Matt Jackson was like, this is pro wrestling. We round up.
Yeah, that was good.
One of the first shots taken at WWE that night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't even. There'll be many more shots.
There'll be many more.
So, why do I know Frank Kazarian? What promotion has he been in? Was he ever on
They're from
Impact?
Ring of Honor. They're from Ring of Honor.
Okay, I was like, I've seen him before somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, they were good. Definitely, it was a good way to start the show.
Yeah, I think these were like the best way to start off the show because it was a hot tag match. Obviously, everyone knew who SCU was. But then, like, I think it kind of was a great showing for the Strong Hearts too because it kind of showed that they were really, really good at what they were doing too. And it kind of just gives like fresh faces to pro wrestling. And I think that's what we really need to see is fresh faces all over the place. And I think this is what we kind of got with this match.
Definitely. So what was after that? We got the.
After that was it was the Fatal 4-Way, the women's Fatal 4-Way.
That one was.
I loved
awesome.
it. I loved it.
So there was not a ton of people that I know outside of WWE, but
yeah.
So when like, who could this be? She's like, it's gonna be awesome. I was like, I know one person that's awesome, but I don't know how old she is. Like, and the last time I saw her, she was welfare queen on Glow.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know how this is gonna go. And then they're just like, awesome Kong, and I was like, oh,
I freaked
shit.
out. I even tweeted it, and I was like, I popped super hard for this. Like, it was awesome to see her.
Oh, it was great. And then I was like, okay, well, she's not gonna get pinned for sure.
Yeah.
And the dentist one, right?
Britt Baker. Yeah.
Yeah. That was good. She beat their Bailey.
Yeah, Kylie. I think her name is Kylie Ray. They call her like
Ray.
Smiley Kylie.
Yeah, she was good too. And
yeah.
I think that's in between that or after that we saw the two librarians people. That was funny.
Yeah.
That was
oh yeah.
That match was a quality match. Awesome Kong, still scary as hell.
Yeah, and like she wasn't in the match for a lot. Like she was just kind of there for the big spots. But the Tower of Doom spot that they did was really, really cool. And then like the other chick, I think her name is Nyla Rose. Like she's a powerhouse. Like she's a big girl and she works really, really stiff. So I think she's gonna be pushed really hard too at AEW.
I think so too. I like how they did the New Day Hardy Boys WrestleMania like 33 thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, am I going to be in the match? Just kidding.
Nope.
Someone you want to. That was cool. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I don't remember what was right after that. Immediately after.
After that was the Angelico and Evans versus Best Friends.
Yeah.
Which
I like their
was
name.
pretty good. Yeah.
I'm reading to them. They're best friends.
I thought it was pretty good though. I thought it was all right. I think it was good because this was the one though right afterwards. Like you had those two guys just kind of show up and everybody like people surrounding the ring with.
Yeah.
Their names are Super Smash Bros.
Of course.
And so that to me was really weird, like how they kind of introduced them, because nobody kind of knew who they were. But it's still like the match itself was still pretty decent.
Yeah, I was fine with it because like you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, if I knew who they were, like if that was like the Viking Raiders, I would have thought that was badass.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it just happened to be people we didn't know. We got to find them out somehow, right? So.
Yeah, I think Trent Beretta wrestled in WWE for a while because he was with Kurt Hawkins for a while.
Okay.
Actually, I think he was a part of that. Like it was like him, Hawkins, and Zack Ryder. Yeah, I think it was. I think he might have been a part of Edgeheads for like a little bit. I don't remember. I know he was
in the world.
Yeah,
they beat those crappy old Revival guys.
Still haven't shown up on TV since. Good Lord.
I'm sure they've been in a backstage segment.
Yeah, when they were invading the new title, the 24/7 title, that was it. But I've seen the Best Friends wrestle before, but I hadn't seen the other two, and I thought the other two were pretty decent. I thought that kind of was a good showing for them. I think especially with the Bucks though being kind of like a part of like management in AEW, I think tag team wrestling is going to be like a specialty for AEW. So I think this is a good showing for them for sure.
I think there was a lot of stuff. I think Double or Nothing, without getting into everything that happened, I feel like it was the best display of everything that professional wrestling has to offer.
Yeah.
There was like 205 Live like matches, like in those two guys going at it during the pre-show. There was like an Attitude Era match, which was like the Rhodes Brothers going against it.
Yeah.
There was like there's a few other things where I was just like there's
the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks was like a pure independent wrestling show because it was like super fast paced. Nobody was like taking breaks for anything, that type of thing. So you got a little bit of everything in the show, which was cool.
And I really dug it.
Yeah.
And the next match after that was at like the 4 Asian wrestlers with Asha Kong and
yeah.
anybody else. But
I'm not
really
even,
awesome.
I have their names right here. I'm not even going to try. I think it'd be offensive afterwards.
Powerhouse, dude.
Yeah.
Like she's what, like 40 something?
Something like that, yeah. But she was
a brick wall.
Yeah. She was stiff. Like she worked super stiff.
That was awesome. Like I love that match. Like they told the story, right? That was like the person like or that she mentored them or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. Like this is my first time seeing any of them and I'm invested.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think the ending of the match was a little weird. Like it was kind of all over the place. But for the match itself though, I thought it was really good. Like what I really liked about Double or Nothing is like it wasn't about like specific individual people. Like individual people got their moments, but in every match, each person involved in the match got a moment to shine, some way, somehow. And so I thought that was really cool, especially for your first show of like trying to establish everything. Like you want to get people to know who you are, and so this was a great way of like in each match, everyone was able to show what they're capable of and like what they're able to do, so that the fans get super invested to keep coming back and to keep watching and to keep coming back, things like that. So I thought this was a great opportunity for like getting eyes on different promotions, but yet still attracting others to come to your promotion to watch.
Exactly. It's just like here's why we're here, and this is what we can do. This is what we are. This is why you're gonna come and watch every Tuesday night.
Yep.
Because any of us could show up.
Yeah.
Like you either no, there's no way they were in Ring of Honor last week. No, but we're coming here on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We can do because they're independent contractors.
Yep.
And so you can see really cool. You never thought you would see.
Yeah.
And I think that's really awesome.
Oh yeah, I think that's like it's so like you don't know what to expect with AEW, and that's the most exciting part about it.
Exactly.
Because like I'm not trying to be like anti WWE, because obviously without the WWE we probably wouldn't be wrestling fans at all. Exactly. It's like it's fine.
Friends.
Yeah. But like we like our first love, like our first professional wrestling love is the WWE. But like the last few years, honestly, have been kind of predictable, kind of the same thing over and over again. I will say this WrestleMania, they gave the fans exactly what we wanted with Seth and Kofi and Becky winning. But it's still been like the same thing each and every week and each and every month and each and every pay-per-view. It's setting up Brock and Roman for the next 20 years. It's, not using talent that you have on your roster like, guys like Finn Balor, guys like The Revival, guys like even Apollo Crews to an extent. Like Shinsuke, Rusev, like Bobby Roode or Robert Roode or whatever his name is now.
Hold up, Robert.
But even like to an extent, like Samoa Joe too. Like to me, Samoa Joe by now should have held a world title. Like he should have held a world title. And I know he fought Brock one time and he went on this massive run with AJ, but he never got the win. And so this is though AEW is giving us new stuff. Like Kenny Omega is not in their championship match at All Out. Like he's not. Everybody thought he would be. Guess what? He's not. And I totally like that. Like that's so cool to me that he's not. And so I just think AEW is putting a new perspective, kind of like NXT is doing, putting new perspective on pro wrestling, and I love it.
Yeah, and like I told you about it earlier, I know that we haven't gotten to talk about Takeover yet.
Yeah,
but I think NXT is still the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
like wrestling, story wise, like everything. Getting invested. The pacing of their shows too.
Yeah,
like it's top notch, and I don't get it. I don't know what happens when they go to the main roster, or what they do. It's not what happens; it's who happens.
Yeah, and it's called Vince McMahon and his ego. And so, but
he's gonna shut us down once he sees you have one of their titles on your shoulder. They're like, they stole our title.
This isn't theirs. This is New World Wrestling property. And if you have a problem, you can talk to Nico. He'll take care of it. If you want to sue somebody, sue him, not me. This is his channel.
Yeah, I'll take it, Vince.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Hair versus hair. Do it again.
Oh man.
My pick. He's gonna be my man. He's gonna be my champion.
But I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, Takeover. Without getting too far ahead, but like that's the first like Takeover, I think. Not the first, but like each match. Like sometimes in like takeovers, like sometimes you'll have a match that kind of like is a little like it's still good, but it's not like excellent or not top notch because there's so many good matches on the card that like one match is going to suffer from it. But like to me, this takeover, like each and every match was perfect. Like each and every match delivered.
That's what I like about it. Like they're good, but they're good for different reasons.
Yeah. Like Shayna Baszler and Io Shirai was good, was great, but not for the same reasons that Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano was great.
Yeah, hold on. Let's finish Double or Nothing.
Yeah. I'm just getting excited about the two good things of pro wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe they did that. Why are they doing that? What happened to Finn Balor's not even on TV anymore?
For real.
When was the last time I saw my boy Rusev? Anyways.
Does he still work there?
Huh?
Does he still work there?
I don't know.
Him and Shinsuke, I don't know where they went.
My dad just put Lucha Bros. All caps. I agree. 100%.
I agree 100%.
So who was after that? Was that the Rhodes Boys?
Yeah, after the 6-woman tag, it was Cody versus Dustin.
Are you sure that's not the best one?
I think that was my favorite match of the night. Cody versus Dustin was my favorite match of the night.
Did you see that thing I retweeted where it cut like them two together and with their dad trying to recruit Dustin?
Yeah.
That like tore me up.
That tore me up. Like
oh god.
I don't cry a whole lot about like a lot of stuff. Like I'm not an emotional person. But like pro wrestling has made me cry or tear up twice in the last like 3 months.
What were the 2 times?
Kofi winning the title at WrestleMania got me.
Okay.
That made me tear up. And then Cody little speech to Dustin at the end of that match when he broke down. I was like, "Oh, this is getting to me. Like this is getting touching. Like this is getting a little too emotional for me."
It was a good match. They told a story, and it's just like, hey, WWE, you had this in your hands.
They were pitching Cody Rhodes versus Goldust for a WrestleMania match, and Vince straight up told him that's not a WrestleMania worthy match. And then you look at this, and I know it doesn't mean a whole lot, but Uncle Dave gave him 5 stars. Like,
did they really?
Yeah,
did they really?
AEW's first show, they already have a 5-star match.
When was the last time the main roster had one?
2011 with Punk and Cena.
They still haven't had one? I thought they had one recently.
NXT did, but the main roster hasn't.
NXT has them like every takeover.
Yeah, but the main roster hasn't had it since Punk and Cena in 2011.
Yeah.
So, but like, and like to me, like, I don't need to see blood in every match. But there are times when blood elevates the match. Like my first thought was seeing Dustin covered in that much blood was Austin versus Brett at WrestleMania 13.
Yeah, definitely.
And so like
seen something like that, and like something that meant something. It wasn't just like a John Cena versus Umaga last man standing match.
Yeah,
like it was like, dude, like that's his brother. He cut it. It went like it was full soap opera for me.
Yeah,
and I love it, but it was still badass.
Like,
so,
when's the last time we've seen Dustin Rhodes or Goldust pull out a sunset flip power bomb?
I don't know, man.
Like that was awesome though. Like it was perfect. Like it looked so cool. Like Dustin Rhodes still can wrestle.
Yeah.
And so like it was awesome.
There's only one thing I regret, that he never got to have a match with Velveteen Dream.
I know. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
Not to jump to NXT Takeover, but I love Velveteen Dream, and I told you about my Gilbert equivalent for Velveteen Dream. Gabby tells me that it's not funny, and she's like, "Well, maybe you should do it," and so I can see. I was like, "No, it's a trap."
No.
That
may be the next punishment.
The next WrestleMania. That seems like a pretty big one.
We'll save it for like SummerSlam.
Okay, that seems like entirely too close.
No, not too close. We're like pay-per-view away from it. It's not too close.
All right, let's see. The blood reminded me of old wrestling magazines with Ric Flair versus Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought of that. I thought of that too. Like, I don't know, blood can can gross you out at times. Like the JBL Eddie Guerrero match when that was bad.
I didn't get that feeling here though for a second. I was just like, I think he cut too deep.
Well, so what I think happened is he bladed here, and that's when he started bleeding. But then if you watch again, like when he's on the turnbuckle, Brandy has like something in her hand, and she hits him, and she actually hits him in the spot where he's busted open already. So then it cuts even deeper, and then all of a sudden after that, it's just like red, like this is blood everywhere.
So I wonder how that family dinner is. It's just like, she speared me.
She hit me in the head with a little thing, like whatever. But I do like. I don't know if you saw afterwards.
Now that my dad said that, I can see Ric Flair all bloody, and he would have some blood like in his blonde hair.
Yeah,
like it's kind of like going like this.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw afterwards. I did like a lot of like press interview like behind.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
And so but Cody was still covered in his brother's blood. Like he was following his dad's like advice of like when you feel like you've tore the house down, you don't want to leave, and like you don't want to go home, you don't want to shower, you don't want to like go away from anything. So like after the match, afterwards, everything, he's still like his hair still has like blood in it, like he's still wearing blood. It was like that's good storytelling, but still, I would go shower after that.
Yeah, I don't know. You've been around this stuff for a long time. I don't know where you've been going. So yeah, but that one I definitely deserves the 5 stars. Told a great story.
Yeah,
definitely. Or like you were saying, it was super emotional at the end. And then I didn't even know it was a callback to them two.
Yeah, I didn't either. Good. That's awesome though.
And I was just like, I don't need a partner. I don't need this. I need a brother.
Yeah, but like he was like choking up and like getting ready to like lose it as he was saying it. And it was awesome.
I'm trying to think of times that wrestling made me cry. Probably Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I love you. Super kick. Daniel Bryan leaving and Daniel Bryan coming back. Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania. Close. I don't think I cried for one. That was amazing. When he came back, he's just like, you gotta fight for your dreams. I'm like, I'm gonna do it, Daniel. And I'm trying to think of other times. Oh, Roman Reigns, because I don't know if it was so much Roman, because Roman kept his like composure, but it was when I saw Seth.
Yeah, Seth made me about losing. Like Seth was like emotional, and I was like, because like I was during his whole promo, like when he was talking about it, I was like, man, this sucks. Like I'm super sad for him, but I was like, like he said, I was keeping my cool. And all of a sudden, Seth just comes out, and his face is red from like where he's been crying and like losing it. And I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. Like this is gonna be tough.
And I thought about how, or remember how Dean was talking about how I don't know what to call him, Dean or John. John Moxley was talking on Chris Jericho's podcast, and he was just like, I didn't want to say that. You wanted me to make fun of my friend who's fighting his life. And I remember thinking about, I wonder, I don't know, or at least from where I'm at, he hasn't said what he thought about turning heel on that night. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I think turning heel was fine because it was still towards Seth. That part wasn't necessarily towards Roman. Right. But the lines that he was going to use on Roman while he wasn't there was rough. Like that was a very dumb decision by Vince.
See, in my head, I was like, oh, they asked Roman.
Yeah.
Sometimes they didn't.
Yeah.
So, my dad said, when you listen to Busted Open, Busted Open and Cody Rhodes to Vince McMahon when he took over. They're both in their early 30s.
Yeah, I can see it.
Mm-hmm. It's just Cody taking on WWE like Vince taking on the individual territories back in the day.
We didn't even talk about Cody's amazing entrance.
Yeah, that was really good. I was just like, wait, Sledgehammer's not your thing. And then I saw the show. I was like, oh.
Well, when I saw the throne, I was like, this is very like Triple H-esque. Like that's a cool little shot at Triple H, whatever. And then all of a sudden, when Brandy lifted the thing, and all that was the only thing that was under there was a sledgehammer. I was like, oh, we're really taking a shot at Triple H.
Who would win in a fight, Brandy or Stephanie?
Brandy.
Who would win in a fight, in a real fight, Cody Rhodes, Triple H?
I'd say, I don't know. Triple H is a big dude.
I don't know. Because Triple H, I mean, he books his victories, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. He books 30-minute matches against Batista, too. That shouldn't have been 30 minutes.
Yeah. I love Triple H. I think he has the best entrances, but maybe your matches should not be like 30 minutes. They should be like short, like to the point, and just like, hell yeah, we got Triple H versus Batista. It should be like
15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes, not 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. But I was like, because a lot of people, and I even tweeted this out, but like a lot of people were like very upset that Cody did that. And I was like, Triple H fired the first shot at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he called you a pissant company.
Yeah, and it's like if he's gonna reference us in that way, like if he wants to play games, we can play games too. And I loved it.
You want to play games? I am the fucking game. Have you seen that interview?
Yeah.
Him and
yeah.
He's just like, I went out there to say bye to my friends, and you punish me for it. You think this is your game? Well, I am the fucking game. Like me each other back and forth all the time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm the fucking guy. But he has the best wrestling music to work out to. King of Kings and The Game.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
between those two and Jinder Mahal's music, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Don't knock Jinder Mahal's. I don't know what they're saying, but they pump me up. Like I see like the fire come out underneath them. Like his entrance.
Yeah.
It's coming to meet me. It's taking me over like I'm the Human Torch while I'm doing my last few sets. That's what it's all about.
Did you see the incident on the golf course with him and R-Truth?
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
I love it.
The 24/7 title, right?
Yeah, like, I loved it. I love that. Like Jinder was out on a golf course on a Sunday in full gear. Full gear.
He knew what he was doing. He tracked him down. He's got people. He's got eyes and ears everywhere. He's a modern day Maharaja.
Yeah, exactly.
But my favorite part was Carmella taking off before R-Truth was on the thing.
And he's just like, he's holding on barely. Yeah.
I think that was awesome. I love R-Truth. R-Truth is perfect for the 24/7.
He does, yeah. And I love R-Truth and Carmella together.
Yes, they're great.
Yes.
But they tried to make him 24/7 champion with the U.S. title. And that wasn't okay.
No. And I love that he keeps calling it the European Championship.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's just R-Truth. Like, that's who he is.
He's going to be like, no, Brock's going to cash in against my 24/7 champion. Imagine if that happened.
I'm before it. Just let him happen. I want to see somebody try to go to Brock's house and try to roll him up.
Yeah, and then like everybody, like undercard people, they're just gonna go and get beat up by Brock. Like they're just gonna like push him around.
You just see like Drake Maverick turn the corner, then you just hear like a gunshot, and then you just see Drake Maverick come running back this way.
That'd be great. Paul Heyman's gonna win the 24/7 championship.
Do it,
dude. I would love that.
I'd freak out. I love it. I love Heyman.
He's the best. I love him so much. I told you I was rewatching that Fatal 4 from SummerSlam like 2 years ago, and he's just like, oh
yeah.
And Brock is like, never gonna walk again.
I love his reaction when Lesnar beats Taker at WrestleMania. He's just like, oh my god, yeah.
Did he know though before?
I don't know. I thought if he did.
Taker than the ref knew.
Yeah, I would love it if he didn't.
Dude, that'd be insane. Like, ooh, that guy fucked up.
We all just got fired.
Yeah. Dude, did I tell you that I was watching that one illegally? Like, that was like my freshman year of college.
No.
And so, like, it was like on my TV. Like, I hooked up to HDMI, so it was like on my TV, and it buffered. So it like the frame stopped, but then I heard the 3 count, and I was like, that can't be right. And then it came back, and then there's just that dude just like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, and it was just silent. I was like, oh my god.
It's amazing how quiet that crowd went after Taker lost, how loud they got after Daniel Bryan won. Like it was two completely different things.
Yeah. Anyways, we're talking about
we went on a tangent. We haven't talked in like 3 weeks about wrestling, so we're just getting it all out here.
Exactly. All right. So, and after that, we got the presentation of the title. Still good. They're doing promos. That dude who's eating Whataburger, MJF.
JF.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he was doing some real shit. The title looks pretty good. I'm just not a big fan of putting like the letters on there. I know obviously you have to.
Yeah.
Like, but I didn't realize how much like I missed like the World Heavyweight Championship.
Big gold belt.
Yeah, like I didn't realize that I missed that, but I was just like, you're just kind of putting like your logo, like your brand on it.
Yeah.
It just makes it kind of like sour, like it's kind of sour on me. So
it looks though like a world championship.
It looks kind of like a UFC belt.
Yeah, and it looks like
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the IWGP belt too.
Okay. Yeah. Isn't Jericho fighting for that one too?
Do what?
Isn't Jericho fighting for one of their championships?
Yeah, he's fighting Okada for that title in like a month or so. But like,
imagine if he had both.
That would be dope. I'd love it. Just
I don't think
put every belt in the world on Jericho. Put every single belt in the world on Jericho.
He's gonna steal Brock's Money in the Bank and get Seth Rollins.
Exactly. Fight Seth and Kofi. Win both those. Roll up R-Truth real quick.
And Bailey. And then he's gonna win the 24/7 championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was good. The championship looked good. The promo was how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Then it was Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks, right?
Yeah. After that, it was the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks, which was awesome. Listen. It was fast paced from the get go. It took off super quick. I'm a big fan of the Bucks. I'm a big fan of Pentagon and Phoenix. And so like I thought this whole thing was just. It was such an independent wrestling show tag team match, but it was awesome. It was like they were doing crazy things. Nick Jackson, I think, is one of the most underrated. I know he wrestles for the Young Bucks. Like he can't be super underrated, but he's still like he's very underrated as a wrestler. And so like he's hitting all these high flying moves. Phoenix at one point, I don't know how he did it. He like defied the laws of gravity, but like. Matt Jackson sitting on a turnbuckle. Phoenix has both of like Matt Jackson's hands. Nick Jackson's like prone to, like on the top of the ropes, just kind of sitting there, and he flips this way and hits a Hurricane Rana on Nick as he's pulling Matt in an arm drag. So like they both go flying. And then you have Pentagon Jr. hitting a Canadian Destroyer on the ring apron on Matt Jackson.
Damn.
And so like it was super fast paced. They didn't really take a break. Like it kept moving. False finishes like nobody's business. And so like I absolutely loved it. It had me on the edge of my seat every single time. So like I think it was like from a strictly wrestling standpoint, I think it was the best match of the night. I think I enjoyed the Cody Dustin because it was great wrestling, but it was also perfect storytelling. And I enjoyed Kenny and Jericho. I just think their first match at Wrestle Kingdom was better. But
I like that. I like them both. I also missed kind of like the beginning of it. So I missed his entrances where he was every Jericho.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah. Like, what? He brought back the jacket? I love the jacket. He brought back the list? I love the list.
Yeah, and he had
love Chris Jericho.
He had like the WCW tights with like the little ponytail. Like he had somebody dressed like that too. Yeah, it was perfect. It looked just like him.
Jackie stayed behind and she was like, dude, it was so cool. And I'm like,
damn it. But yeah, it's like I think from a wrestling standpoint, it was awesome. I know Dave Meltzer gave it like a 4.75 star, something like that. So like almost a 5-star. But it was really, really good.
It was great. I agree with some of the people online who like the Juice elbow, like I understand you want to build that up, it just looked kind of like lackluster.
Yeah.
But compared to like wrestling moves, like in real life, you throw an elbow, that's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's gonna hurt.
you hit in the right spot on the nose, they out.
I kind of wish it came off like a little. Like I kind of wish it came after. Like maybe like he hits a code breaker on Omega, and then Omega kind of bounces off the ropes, kind of steps forward, and then you hit the elbow.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's
because it kind of just came out of nowhere. Like it was more out of nowhere than a Randy Orton RKO.
And that's because it was the most out of nowhere anything.
Yeah, exactly. But like when he hit it, and like I was like, okay, he's dead. Like he's kicked out of 4 code breakers already. Like an elbow is not going to put him down. And then like 1, 2, 3, and I was like, oh, that's his new finisher. Like okay, whatever. But it was still like the finish of it didn't take me out of the match at all. Like it was still awesome.
Yeah, me neither. And then everyone was kind of waiting for it. They're like, nah, there's a reason we're still here.
There's a reason why Jericho's cutting a promo right now.
Exactly.
And like, I love, they did.
It was great.
Go ahead.
His promo was great. And I was thank you, Chris Jericho. Because guess what? I probably am not watching this if you're not here. Like,
yeah.
Chris Jericho is a big selling point for me. Like, if you hadn't wrestled with Kenny Omega, I wouldn't have watched New Japan in the first place.
Right.
Like, that's just me. Like, I saw it on Access TV or whatever it was. Like, re-airing. I was like, dude, that's Chris Jericho. Like, he was the one that went. Like, I love Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
So, like, I've been hearing about this Kenny Omega guy. Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
And then so I watched it. I was like, dude, this match is crazy. Like, he's grabbing the camera and stuff. This is Attitude Era stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's and you just like I don't give a fuck about Chris Jericho. And, oh god, oh damn.
Yeah.
Like this is my kind of wrestling. Like without Chris Jericho, I don't even know if I'd even be watching AEW, even knowing like, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. Knowing of them.
Yeah.
But,
no, I think that's smart too to have him win. Because now when you're flipping through or like when you're on TNT watching the NBA finals isn't on TNT anymore, but like if you're watching TNT and like
they might have some baseball games on.
Yeah. But like if you're watching TNT and like this advert pops up of like this Sunday or this in 2 weeks at All Out, Kenny Omega is fighting Jon Moxley, and you're like, oh, that's Dean Ambrose from WWE. Yeah. And the main event, Hangman Page versus Chris Jericho, you're like, oh, both of those guys, I'm gonna watch this now. Like I'm gonna check this out. So I think it's super smart to have 2 very popular wrestlers on your show, kind of like main eventing in a way.
Do you think there's any way that Hangman Page wins?
Maybe, like I think there's a chance. I think Jericho should win. I don't think he should have like a super long run.
No,
I think it would be smart to let him win because it gets your name out there.
Exactly.
And then after that, you can have Omega beat him or a returning Punk versus Jericho for the AEW championship. I'm all for it.
I just don't think that they're going to rely too heavily on these WWE guys. I know Chris Jericho's a WCW first. He's been wrestling.
Right.
That's my thought. You know?
Yeah. No, I don't think they should rely heavily on like WWE guys coming over, but I don't think it's dumb to use these guys. Like,
yeah.
You're so early. If AEW was like 5 years in and they were doing this, then maybe. But like you're just now starting your promotion. Like you want to get eyes on your product. Use these guys who have super big names in the wrestling game. Plus, who's going to turn down Chris Jericho if he wants to come work for you? Like you know what I mean? Like you're not going to turn him down. So I still think it's super smart to kind of ride their momentum into your company, and then your company can kind of take off from there.
Yeah. I see that, and I think the whole point with it to get more eyes on the product.
Yeah.
And so let's get to the nitty-gritty while he's cutting that promo. Who else but Jon Moxley comes through the crowd?
They did his entrance so cool.
Yeah.
Because like they didn't cut to him right away. Like you just like all of a sudden like you heard like a little crowd, like a little section of the crowd kind of get loud. And then it kind of grew, and then all of a sudden everybody in the front row was like completely turned around, and then they cut to him, and then everybody went ballistic for it.
Yeah, definitely. So everyone in Hollywood was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, like it's shocking. So yeah, it was awesome.
You didn't say Jon Moxley. Like, oh shit, it's Dean Ambrose. That's what it was. I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh shit, it's Dean Ambrose. And they're all like, oh, like, yeah, that guy, yeah, get him. And then he hit Can they still call it the Dirty Deeds?
I don't know. I hope so because people were still yelling it when he hit it. But like it was the best.
So,
it was the best Dirty Deeds I've ever seen him hit.
Yeah, and
like
then
it was
it's
awesome.
like, okay, and then he gets the ref, and we're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then him and Omega start like brawling up the rampway and like into the crowd.
Like, Kenny's got to get up. Like he's been wrestling for a while now.
Yeah, he's got a broke nose, everything else.
Yeah, he did break his nose, right?
Yeah.
And then, that brawl was really cool. And I was like, I never thought I'd see Dean Ambrose versus Kenny Omega. And then they go on the chips, and then I was like, okay, he's just gonna throw Deeds him on there. But then he threw him off. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was really really cool seeing him do that. But he kind of just hit the stage like it was like there was nothing protecting him. He just kind of like hit the stage and went through.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely didn't feel like there was a lot of give on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so AEW pretty good. Now we got to get to the meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. That was just the appetizer.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I think they're still I think my biggest worry is the depth, but I think that'll come with one, having like a weekly show, two, getting these guys like used to these big fight feels.
Yeah.
Stuff. I think it's only a matter of time, and not just that, but us getting used to them as well. At least for me.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Obviously, the main event was great, and the places that you thought were going to be good were good. And I think even Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes exceeded expectations for the most part.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect, because we haven't seen Goldust or Dustin wrestle like in a long, long time. Like even like some of the matches he had in WWE were just like they weren't a whole lot. Like they were just kind of nothing. And so like I think the big question was like, can he still go? Like, or is it just going to be like one of those of when you see him, you're like, yeah, you should kind of just like you need to kind of hang it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But like all of a sudden he comes out and like from the bell, like from the ring of the bell, he just takes off and kills it and was amazing throughout. And so I thought it definitely exceeded my expectations for sure.
Agreed. So now we're going to go to something that somehow exceeded our already high expectations.
Yeah, which is weird. Like every time I'm like, they can't do better than what they did last time, even though they keep doing better every time that I say that.
So I still watch NXT like every once in a while. Like I won't watch it every week. But I watched it a couple weeks ago, and but I think Matt Riddle is someone that I want to keep watching. I think he's super athletic, and I love his gimmick.
Yeah,
like I love it. Like I was like,
he seems like the most chill guy ever.
Yeah,
like he looks like he's stoned out of his mind every time I see him.
I love him. I can't see him stoned because his body's just so perfect. I'm like, nah, he don't smoke.
But I think I think he smoked so much that it's just like it's just kind of there. Like he's just always that.
Yeah, definitely. He's like, this is just how I exist.
This is just me.
So I loved him. Roger, I mean, they're both really good.
Yeah.
But I love his style. I love the story they told about, oh, my back hurts. And there was one time I was like, oh, is he going to do it? Oh, he can't do it because of his back.
Yeah.
And then he pulled it out, and I thought it was great. And in WWE, we see it all the time. So it's like, oh, they lost now. What are they going to do now?
Yeah.
But like, he lost the Velveteen Dream last time, didn't skip a beat. It still feels like a main event.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be NXT champion before the year's out.
Yeah. I really love that, like, when he came into his entrance, he threw his flip flops.
Yeah,
he threw them at Roddy, and I was like, "That's awesome! Like that's so cool." I know a lot of like my friends who like watch pro wrestling and stuff. They are not big Matt Riddle fans.
Really?
Like they find him boring and like they don't like his gimmick, things like that. I love him. Like I think he's super entertaining. I think he's great in the rings. I think his knee strikes are second best to Kenny Omega's. Like they are stiff. Like they are super stiff. But I think this was his best match in NXT so far. With Roddy. Because I think Roddy is very underrated. I think a lot of people don't realize how good Roderick Strong actually is.
See, the first match I saw him in was that War Games match.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago. When he was like pairing with AOP.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. So then when I saw him turn heel, I was like, oh shit. And so I thought that was like he was gonna try and like go to the main event after that.
Yeah.
Because obviously he was super talented. So I kind of feel like he might be in the shadow. But I think that since they had that, they kind of teased that story between Roderick and Adam Cole. I think that he might be the one to take the title off Adam Cole when the time comes.
Yeah, I think the next takeover will probably be Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong for the NXT Championship.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, I think SummerSlam weekend, which is still like 2 or 3 months away.
Yeah, it's still away now that they do that.
So they can tell this story for a long time. Which I think that's going to be an absolutely outstanding match because both guys are obviously Adam Cole is ridiculously good, but then Roderick Strong is super good too. The first time I actually I've seen Roderick Strong wrestle in person at an NXT house show here in Nashville, and he was fighting Cassius Ohno, who was like a big dude. Yeah, and he Roderick Strong literally Olympic slammed Cassius Ohno from picked him up from the ground up and over, drilled him. And I was like, seeing that, I was like, okay, this dude's awesome. This dude is so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that match was great. What was the next match? We got the
tag match. Yeah, which was ridiculous.
Good. I was gonna pick the Forgotten Sons just because I saw the names, saw their gimmick, and I was like, they seem like they should be they seem like I believe in this team.
Yeah.
I like the Street Profits. I think they're really good. Obviously, super athletic. But I was like, they'll have a case for the title after they don't get it here.
Yeah.
Because they didn't that or whatever, and they didn't get it. I was like, I just feel like they didn't need it right here. But obviously, they freaking deserved it. There was one thing. What is it called? They had the guy up on the shoulders, and then he went and flipped and grabbed his head.
He had him into an electric chair.
Yeah, electric chair.
And then he hit the blockbuster on him from the top rope. Yeah.
It's like he floated.
Yeah.
He was floating.
And then when he jumped from the top rope onto the ladder, he just glided over it, landed perfectly. And I was like, what the heck? He has springs for shins. It's ridiculous. You know how at Money in the Bank they were trying to murder Finn Balor, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were trying to kill Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Because I love the fact that Morrow went, they just killed Kyle. They just killed Kyle. Yeah. But
and then he's like, oh, it's not gonna be Brown the Broken, it's gonna be Kyle the Broken.
But he fell off. I forget what happened first, but he got hit with the ladder first. And then they flip over the ladder and he's not even supposed to be in the spot and the ladder lands on him. He gets thrown out, and when he gets thrown out, they didn't realize the ladder was there, and he went back first on that ladder. He got just destroyed in this match.
I got super nervous when both of them had the ladders on their shoulders and their heads were in the things, and then they went and they got flipped, and then they just threw the ladder. I was like, what's gonna before it flew? I was like, what's gonna happen right now?
Yeah, because if they go back on that, their necks are broke. They're dead.
Yeah.
And then Kyle, one of my favorite spots was when Bobby Fish was kind of trying to climb up the ladder, and I think it was Blake from the Forgotten Sons picked up Kyle O'Reilly and powerbombed him into the ladder.
Into the ladder. That was awesome.
Then Bobby Fish just falls right on top of Kyle O'Reilly.
One of my favorite parts was when I think Kyle O'Reilly was going for it and Bobby Fish was down there defending him. I was like, yeah. That's a good tag team strategy.
That's smart.
Why have I never seen this before?
And
how many decades have I been watching ladder matches?
For real. And
hey, you go get it.
I'll just stay down here.
And then I think he got speared by that one dude, in between the ropes or in between the ladder.
That was
he got speared hard.
Yeah. And then when at the end of the match, you had the Forgotten Sons were climbing up to win. And
we forgot you.
And then Montez Ford, that's his name, comes flying through the rope or comes flying underneath and spears. I think it was Cutler. I think that's his name. Yeah. He took out Cutler. And then Angelo Dawkins did that. Montez Ford's the one that jumped on the top rope and jumped onto the ladder. And I love when he hit Wesley Blake. Wesley Blake sold the crap out of that. Of he tried to reach for the title real quick and he couldn't get it. So he tried to reach out for the ropes and couldn't get it. And then all of a sudden you just see him doing the arm flailing motion, and then he falls off the ladder, and it was perfect. It was so good. Go back and watch it if you didn't notice it before. It's so funny to watch him fall. It's so funny.
I was thinking of Forgotten Sons. I don't know why. I just thought I was just because I was booking it. That's the problem. You shouldn't be booking them. I should just be making picks.
Just use your heart, not your brain, because then you'll pick Finn Balor over Brock Lesnar, and then it fails miserably.
Hey, he's IC champ.
Yeah.
What he could lose it though in Saudi Arabia.
He's the demon. He's not losing.
Oh yeah, he's the demon.
He's not losing as the demon.
Just bring him up whenever.
Because the Saudi money, man.
I guess so. But who's
the Saudi money brings out the demon in everyone, apparently.
Come on.
I couldn't pass it up.
But I'm just that guy wanted to see like Yokozuna fight.
It was like he wanted. I literally think he wanted the main event to be Yokozuna versus Macho Man.
Oh.
And it was like both of them are.
Yeah, us too.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I wish they were here too.
Yeah, like that would be awesome if they were here.
They're not.
They're not though.
R.I.P. Bonesaw is red. The Game Grumps. I don't know if you watched them.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the Macho Man rap album. They're like, it's a gem. It's so good. Like, one is like is a diss track to Hulk Hogan.
Really?
And one of them is a tribute to Mr. Perfect. It's called Perfect Friend.
That's awesome.
And then the rest are just talking about how Macho Man is back in 2003.
So at the indie show I went to, they had a dude literally come in dressed up like he was a fan, but he had full Macho Man gear on, from the robe to the hat to like a championship belt, and he was walking by just going, "Oh yeah!" Just kind of like he kept walking by. It was like, all right, this is awesome.
I was wearing a Macho Man tank to my live show. But if they did like an impression contest. They're lucky they didn't phone me. One guy did The Rock though, and it was super good. He's like, finally, The Rock has come back. It was really good. I wish they would have called me a mean macho.
A mean Macho Man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Okay, before I forget, I want to tell you something about my live show. So I told you about the main event, right? But before Lacey Evans was there, and she was fighting like Natalia, and this one dude was going nuts. He was like, "I love you, Lacey!" Like the oldest man I've ever seen in my whole life. Just excited to be there, ecstatic. I loved him the whole night.
Yeah.
There was a part before it started where he was yelling.
Yeah.
And just wait a minute. Can we just wait? Like you're right in my fucking ear, man. Like let's just wait. And then when the show started, his energy was up the whole time. He's like, "Lacey, we love you, Lacey, here in the South." Even though she's
we don't.
And Gabby was just like, "I don't understand. Why is she a heel here?" Like,
yeah.
We're her people.
Yeah.
We're in Lubbock with all these nasties. And it's like, we're you. What are you talking about?
We are you. Like you represent us.
And then it was so funny because she was like putting on a lipstick, and then Natalia just gave it out of nowhere, like hit her head on the sink, and like got the lipstick and just like put it on her cheek. And there's so many instances in that live show where I'm just like, why don't they let them do this?
Yeah. Like
on TV. Because there's one part before, I'm not going to forget about that dude, I promise. But there's one part with the Revival where it's just like the ref was distracted, so they both went and beat up on Jey Uso. So they're both beating him up, and then they saw the ref was turning their back. So so they went, and like one of them ran out of the ring, and the other one, the one with the handlebar mustache, he goes. He like brings him forward, and then he sees the ref, and he just like falls in place dead. Like he did it perfectly because he's dead, right? And then he just goes and like looks and goes back down. Like it was perfect. And they were working that crowd so hard.
Yeah, because the Revival are the best tag team of all time.
They're so good. Why aren't they like this all the time?
Like,
but they still lost to the Usos.
That's fine because it's the Usos. Like the Usos are freaking amazing too. But like I don't know, like I really wish like they would let the Revival and the Usos like wrestle and do their own thing, because they would literally like burn the house down.
I saw it. The Usos had the crowd in the palm of their hand.
Yeah.
Everybody hated the Revival.
Like the Usos could put on The Usos could put on a 5-star tag match against me and you. Like, two guys who've never wrestled before. They could do, like, the best things in the world with us. Like, they're just that good.
I'm gonna super kick one of them.
Yeah, you super kick them. I'll do the frog splash from the top.
All right, that sounds good. I'll do the super kick and split my pants open.
Then I'll miss and just lay there dead.
Yeah. So instead of the milkmen, you'd be like the Ovaltine men. They're up to the Ovaltine. And they're like, "Oh, come and get it." We'd be like, "What's that? What was that Asian dude in the Casino Battle Royal?"
Oh,
himself up.
Yeah.
That's gonna be us, but with Ovaltine. We don't need to know his name.
Yeah.
It's gonna be us. And so I'll be like, "Oh no, he's in trouble!" And like, you can't quite get the tag, and the guy's like holding you back, and I'm just there like throwing Ovaltine on him.
We'll come in like Stone Cold with like two.
Oh my God, is that an Ovaltine truck? We'll just spray everybody down. Dude,
oh, that would be amazing.
Great. Anyways, that guy. So it was the main event, and it was Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins. And Baron Corbin worked in the crowd. Everybody hated him. Somebody had to sign Corbin as trash. It was so good. And then that one guy was just like, he's like, "I love you, Corbin. Go, Corbin, my boy, Corbin." He's like, Lubbock's favorite son, Corbin. And it was so funny. He's like, "I want to see an upset. Let's go, Corbin, and welcome to Lubbock, Texas." It was one of the best things. I was enjoying myself. And that guy just made it like through the roof. Everyone's booing Corbin. He's like, "You got it, Corbin. I want to see an upset."
That's so funny.
Texas. Imagine if Seth Rollins lost it.
Oh, that'd be bad.
That'd be awesome. But like, why isn't Baron was like wrestling in like an Under Armour kind of tee? I was like, why doesn't he do that? Why is he wearing that dumb old button-up shirt?
Yeah, he's no longer GM.
Like, I think
he's no longer GM, so he doesn't have to dress up like that.
Exactly. But so I'm like that, and I think I'm coming around to Corbin.
Yeah.
I really think
he's not. I think he gets blamed for a lot more than what he actually like. He's a good heel.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no doubt about it. He's a great heel. Yeah.
So then, oh my God, he was working one of the refs, like he was getting him in the corner and yelling at him and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, it was the ref that did the Becky Lynch, the main event of WrestleMania. I don't remember. Tan, like kind of buff, really short.
Yeah.
But he was going at him or whatever. And then at the very end, because Corbin's like, "What? That was 3. That was 3." And then he loses it. He gets all up in Corbin's face. And it was so good. So he got he was going like selling it 100%. He was going all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you this, that. Oh, it was so good. And then of course, Seth got like hit him with the super kick or whatever, and then stomped him like twice, and then he won. And then Seth raised the ref's hands. It was great. It was a good house.
See, like house shows, like they can have a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Than because it was a house show that Triple H did that like oversold everything. Have you seen that video? Where Triple H is fighting, it's Triple H and Ric Flair versus Shawn and Randy, I think.
Oh, is that where he's like?
And Triple H jumps off the top rope, and Shawn just puts his foot up, and he just he's doing that, and then Shawn's just kind of looking at him like fall. And he's like giving everybody a thumbs up, like I'm good. Takes 2 steps and just falls face forward.
Yeah, he was doing that at when I went to go see Survivor Series after Braun Strowman beat him up. Yeah. Like after the Raw went on, or after Survivor Series went on.
That's the one where he ran into the Titantron?
Huh? Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
And he was so funny. He's like, Steph was trying to help him. He's like, I got it. And he was so good. And then he was like walking the wrong way.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Okay, we were talking about NXT Takeover.
We get on sidetracks. It's all right.
No, we do. All right, we're gonna finish this up. We're really close. We're on the home stretch.
We're on the home stretch.
Match is great. Street Profits won. Can't complain.
Yep.
What was after that? We got
Velveteen Dream and Tyler Breeze.
Really good. Who knew Tyler Breeze was so good?
This is another case of if you let them actually be who they are, they're fantastic. Like Tyler Breeze is awesome.
I was like, I like the fashion police. I thought it was cool. And I didn't know he could wrestle because he always has like matches where he just loses.
Right.
Yeah, they put on a great match. Velveteen Dream is the bad guy, but people still love her. Like, he's not a good guy.
No,
and
he's not.
There with, like the phone, I thought that was perfect. I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, this is such a freaking like 2019 rivalry between these two.
Yeah. Like, but I love that like he took the selfie with him on the, like with the title, and then like as he's walking around, Breeze just kind of rolls off, and then he looks back down and is like, "Wait, where'd he go?" And then turns around and eats a super kick. And I was like, "This is so good." And then like Tyler Breeze does the top turnbuckle thing where he like takes their head and puts underneath like their legs, and then does like the trap super kick.
Yeah. That was
and then caught him with the unprettier, and I was like, "That's like." For a split second, I was like, Tyler Breeze won. Like, Tyler Breeze had this. Exactly. And then when he kicked out, I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world is happening? And then
he said he's NXT full time. Is he gonna win?
Yeah. And then like Velveteen Dream cheated to win.
Mm-hmm.
So like not cheated necessarily, but like he didn't win completely clean. And so like I think Triple H has already said that Tyler Breeze is full time on the roster now. So like I want to see that match again. Like, I'd love to see that match again. Put Tyler Breeze against Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. I think that would be awesome, too.
I think it could be great.
Yeah.
Any misgivings or any, stuff I withheld, for Tyler Breeze, any of my withholdings, I think he's really good.
Yeah.
He's actually talented. And I hate that it has to come to this for him to get demoted in the sense. But he gets demoted and then he gets on the Best Wrestling TV show.
Basically, his demotion was a promotion.
Yeah.
And, I think this shows that, guys on the main roster, if they're not doing anything, let them go back to NXT. Like, Shinsuke Nakamura would be killing it in NXT right now.
And I think that's what Triple H wants. He wants to bring people. Vince is like, nah.
We need EC3 up here just to hold a red Solo Cup for no reason. And look depressed. He looks depressed.
Why is Ricochet just another guy?
Yeah.
Ricochet is not just another. We saw Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander got no crowd reaction.
Really?
Yeah, zero. And I was just like, once they see what he can do, they came around.
Was Aleister Black at your house show?
No.
Okay. Because I saw that it was Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy somewhere. And I was like, that's an awesome match.
Yeah. Oh, I would have loved to see that. And I was like, maybe I'll get to see Rusev. And then I figured out that it was the Raw one. We were supposed to get AJ, but he got hurt.
Yeah. Well, they're
still advertising him on the radio the day before.
They're advertising for the one here. It's a SmackDown one, but they're advertising Drew McIntyre for it too.
Yeah.
So.
And the wild card rule.
It's so dumb. I hate it. Anyways, NXT.
Yeah. So after that, it was Shayna Baszler and Io Shirai.
Yeah.
And that was really good. Io Shirai, like you said, has the prettiest moonsault in all of wrestling.
Yep. But so I think Shayna Baszler has become one of my favorite women's wrestlers right now. I love her.
She's great.
She's great. Everyone hates her because she's the bad guy, but she's so talented. She's so good. Yeah. The way that she has found so many innovative ways to put people in that Cobra or that Coquina clutch or whatever she called it. I forget what she called it. But she found such an interesting way to put Io Shirai in it that was so cool to see.
I think she's one that will be fine on the main roster.
Yeah.
I know it's a complete jinx, but it just doesn't have what's not to get Vince.
Right.
She's a former MMA fighter. It takes him, kicks ass. What else is it?
I would love to see her if Ronda Rousey comes back. I would love to see Shayna versus Ronda.
I think Ronda will come back.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't think it'll be until after next WrestleMania. That's just
yeah.
At least. So I would say not this SummerSlam, but next SummerSlam we could get Ronda back.
I would agree with that. Candice LeRae though, man, she destroyed that kendo stick.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. And I love how I love that part. I was like, there's no way, because that's why I thought Io Shirai was going to win. I was like, Candice LeRae is going to come out, and I think she'll even the odds.
Yeah.
And she tapped it out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hell yeah, someone take it to Shayna. Freaking took out the kendo stick. I'm like, yeah, kick her ass.
Yeah. But then the chair with the moonsault was ridiculous. That had to hurt both of them really bad.
I was like, dude, like risking, like that puts it across. No, she wants to hurt her. She doesn't care about herself.
No,
She's
like she wants to make Shayna pay for everything she's done.
yeah, 100%, and that was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
really. Like I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't either. Or if I have, it's been a long time.
Yeah, and that was awesome. Especially, I don't think I've seen a female.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, she's amazing. And I want to say go to the main roster. Her and Kairi Sane could be a great tag team, but they're just like, oh, they're Asian, put them together. So
The Kabuki Warriors, is that what their name is?
what is it?
Asuka and Kairi Sane's nickname, their tag team name is the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh, that sounds like something my like fun PC ass would say as like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Like that's what I call like the Aku mask in Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
When you get it, it was on your face. Me and my sister called it the Kabuki mask.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Kabuki means.
It's like a warrior, I think, or something like that. I don't know.
So weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. And then I like what Gail Kim said. I guess because they're both Asian, they're just like thrown together.
yeah. Oh man. But it was I was very impressed with this match. Like I thought, because like the last few like takeovers, the women matches have been good, but they haven't been like Bailey Sasha good or Bailey Asuka good, or even like Asuka and Mickey James. Like that was a really good match. Asuka Ember Moon. Even like the first ever Charlotte versus Natalya. Like that was really good. But like none of these matches have been like for a while, they haven't been like super close to that. But this match was really really good and showed what they were really capable of.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah,
I was really excited about that. I want to tune into NXT to see what happens. And so that we come to the last match of the night, the main event.
Ridiculous.
Johnny Gargano, just another fucking clinic, man.
Yeah,
I don't want to say clinic because it's just like sounds like so like tempered. Like it was awesome. Like this is why we watch wrestling.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting that finish. Like I was gonna pick Adam Cole, but still when it happened, it shocked me.
Yeah, I like because I'd heard that like Johnny's supposed to have like knee surgery sometime soon. But like I was still like that's still like it may be one of those like knee surgeries where you're only out for like 3 weeks. You're not out for a super long time, so he could still retain, and then it'd be fine. But like it's still like they absolutely told a story in that match of Adam was working over the leg really bad. Then all of a sudden Johnny started working over Cole's arm like crazy. And then like they were hitting crazy moves out of nowhere. Like Johnny went for that suicide dive. Cole hit him with the super kick. He hit basically like a Canadian destroyer on the outside of the ring, which looked off, like that looked painful.
Yeah, you get how they were like calling each other shots. Like he's like, "Oh, is he gonna do a slingshot? Oh wait,
yeah." I loved like the little fake out super kicks that they kept doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both hit super kicks a lot, so they were both like faking each other out with their own super kicks. It was perfectly told. Everything about it was perfectly told.
It's freaking like cat and mouse game.
Yeah,
and it was really awesome.
And it's ridiculous how over Adam Cole is.
Yeah, they were booing Johnny when he came out in the town.
Yeah, but it's just that's how much people love Adam Cole, and like I'm a massive Adam Cole mark. Like I love Adam Cole. Like I think he might be my favorite more than Seth, and like I love Seth, but like I absolutely love Adam Cole. And so like the fact though that like even though they were kind of booing Johnny at the beginning, like they still were like every time Johnny did something cool, everybody was still popping for it. Like everybody was still cheering for him. But it was still just like I love every time Adam Cole does the Adam Cole baby. Like everyone in the entire arena just yells it with him.
Yep.
And it's so cool.
So how I would book like the Undisputed Era, or just not, I would want the Undisputed Era to spearhead like an NXT invasion. Like that would be my like thing. So how it would start it would be like at the Royal Rumble, like Adam Cole, he takes out or they eliminate somebody like in the mid card.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, they eliminate like a Randy Orton or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm pissed. Like, I'm not gonna let that stand. So Randy Orton like RKO's them like at an NXT pay per view or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they start crossing over until one of them like they actually have a fight with him like at WrestleMania or something like that. Like lead, or maybe not even one of those, but like in another pay per view.
Yeah.
And that would like you have a feud on and off. These at SummerSlam have that, and then or at SummerSlam is where I'd have like the Undisputed Era / the entire NXT roster, like just destroy that like WWE like title main event.
Yeah.
Like destroy it, like Takeover, and that way you set up NXT versus WWE at Survivor Series.
That would be awesome to see. My only concern is I feel like Vince would make WWE squash NXT.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. It's a clean sweep like Raw versus SmackDown. He can't even let his own guys win.
Yeah, and so it's like, but I think it would be awesome. Like, think about like if you had the Undisputed Era with Adam Cole and Roddy Strong and Fish and O'Reilly versus AJ, Finn, Gallows, and Anderson. Like, if you basically had the club versus Undisputed Era, that would be awesome. Or if you had like I know Moxley's gone now. I'm gonna call him Moxley because that's what he goes by now. But like if he was still there, like they could have done like the Shield versus Undisputed Era. They could do the New Day versus Undisputed Era. They could do a lot of like different techniques. Like I don't want them to break up the Undisputed Era at all. What I would think would be so cool, and this would never happen in a million years, but I would love it if Cole holds the NXT title, Undisputed Era holds the tag titles, Roddy holds the North American Championship. All of them hold the gold. And then they invade Raw. Like they invade the main roster, and like they go for those titles too. So like they try to hold, like Cole tries to hold the WWE Championship and the NXT Championship. Roddy tries to hold the IC belt and the North American Championship. And then like think about like if you had the Usos versus Fish and O'Reilly for a tag belt, like that would be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
But they would never do that in a million years.
No, they would.
That would be too good for them.
Yeah. It might get people to watch NXT.
Yeah, which people already do. Like people already watch it, but
yeah. So I think the NXT Takeover, it was great. Yeah. I think it's the cream of the crop in all of wrestling. It's just great. Consistent, and it's just crazy how consistent it is.
Yeah. I really think that this was Triple H's response to AEW.
Probably. But I don't want to say that because I think it was going to be good regardless.
Right. But if you listen at the very beginning, not Morrow, but the other guy, Nigel McGuinness.
Oh, this is the alternative.
He said this is a true alternative. Like that was a shot to him. But it was like, while AEW is probably better than the WWE main roster right now, Triple H is like, but you're still not better than what I've created. Like, you're still not better than Cody. You may be doing better than Vince is doing right now, but you still haven't beat me yet. And so I think I would love to see if the true rivalry came from AEW versus NXT, because that would be awesome to see those two.
I think so too.
So,
anything else to say about NXT Takeover or Double or No?
They're both proof that pro wrestling is heading in an absolutely amazing direction right now. Yep. Like everything in pro wrestling is, well, not everything, but everything outside of the main roster is heading into an absolutely ridiculously good situation, and I think it's only going to get better from here.
And iron sharpens iron, so the better one is only going to give the other one incentive to be just as good.
Yep.
Okay, so before we go, Webhead asked, it's off topic, but did you see Godzilla? I rated 7.5 out of 10. I saw Godzilla. I enjoyed it. I don't understand. I don't know what people want from Godzilla movies anymore. Like, it's always like, oh, there are too many people, not enough monster. And so, like, in 2014, they made one where it's like, oh, it's like Godzilla's like the thing happening. We still only had like 11 minutes of screen time, and everyone was just like, oh, I hate it, stupid. And then they give them all the monsters. And I was like, well, what do I care? It's just a bunch of monsters. I was like, what are you doing? I went to go see monsters fight each other.
Yeah.
I have no idea how King Kong's going to stand a chance against Godzilla. Because he's smart, I guess.
Yeah. I haven't seen Godzilla yet, like the new one.
Did you see the 2014 one?
Yeah. I saw that one, and I saw Kong Skull Island, which I was a huge fan of Skull Island. I thought it was really good. I thought it was the best King Kong movie yet.
Well, yeah, it's better than
the other ones were trash.
And then the one with Jack Black.
Yeah, but like it got me like because in that one like you got to see King Kong quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like the thing I like about Godzilla movies is you're not there to see the humans. You're there to see Godzilla. Like people didn't go see Jurassic Park to see Jeff Goldblum in it. Like they went to go see like the T-Rexes and the Velociraptors and everything else in it besides the humans. You know what I mean?
Give me more Jeff Goldblum.
I mean, I'm fine with more Jeff Goldblum. I want more dinosaurs that yell Alan. Like that's what I want.
Alan. Oh, dude, I love that movie when it came out.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it since. I'm not gonna.
Don't, because it'll ruin it for you. I've seen it and it does not hold up very well. So don't just keep that intact.
I was so scared when the pterodactyl cage was happening. I was like, "Ooh, what's happening?" Yeah, I enjoyed that. Anyway, Godzilla, pretty good. It's what you're expecting.
Yeah,
like it's fucking popcorn movie. The way I would rate it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on it yet. I might. This might ruin it. Who cares? There's only a few of us here. But I would compare it to a beer and nachos. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, is it the best for you? No. But did I have a good time? Yes.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with having a good time at a movie. Nothing wrong at all.
And there's nothing wrong with two grown men talking about pro wrestling.
Exactly. Now, it's probably better than the movie I'm seeing this weekend.
What are you seeing?
I'm seeing Dark Phoenix this weekend.
I am also.
Dog creeps into the frame.
Hey, okay. Steal the spotlight from everybody, dog. Okay, I get it. I'm waiting for it to go back to you.
Oh. I'll just keep talking. There it is. Oh, sort of. Anyways, but yeah, no, I'm unfortunately seeing Dark Phoenix this weekend. I hope it's good. Like, I hope it's surprising, but I have very, very low expectations for it.
I think it'll be just fine.
All I know is they're killing off Jennifer Lawrence, and that makes me happy. So
I like it.
I like her. I don't like her. I don't like Mystique. I don't like Mystique anymore.
See what you did, Webhead? You guys talking about superhero stuff.
That happens tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dorks Next Door. Anyways, what happens tomorrow night? Tell them where they can find you.
You can find us on YouTube at Dorks Next Door. Tomorrow night we are going live to talk about the Eternals movie. There are a lot of new developing things that could happen. But then shortly after, we're not going to stay long on that. But after that, we are going to do our first live gaming with me and Jason. We're going to do Jackbox games. So look out for that right after. Join us for that. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we're doing this week. But you can follow us on Twitter at Dorks Next Door. Take out the E from next, where I'll probably live tweet every Raw and SmackDown and things like that. So,
except for this one.
Yeah.
See you later, Webhead. You can find us here at the channel. While you're here, comment, subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter at NewWorldNerds. You can follow our Facebook page if you want to. You can do that. We have it. I don't really post on it, but you can do that. And I believe in. And if you don't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you. There you go. Thank you guys so much we love talking about wrestling. I'm going to get my title back at Stomping Ground. But that, who knows? Anything can happen.
This is my Goldie.
Okay, well.
Hang on. We got to do it right. We got to do it like he does it. We got to hold on to it like this. There we go.
All right. Congratulations, you did it.
By the way, if you haven't seen my last wrestling video, go check it out because the intro is amazing in it.
Yeah, it was actually really good. There's a playlist here on our channel with all the New World Wrestling videos. I put that one. It's right after the Royal Rumble. It's like it happened right after.
It did. Kayfabe. Don't break kayfabe, man.
Hey. Yeah, it was really awesome. I really enjoyed it. All around me are familiar faces. Thank you guys so much for being out there, true believers.